All right, guys, thank you for coming out and checking out this Star Citizen live stream. I'm going to go ahead and turn that music way down, maybe even off. There we go. I am in my hangar. I'm in one of my hangars. I've got all four hangars. I'm in the Revel and York hangar overlooking. I'm looking down on my Saber. Hey, Ghoul, what's going on, man? Hey, thanks for the sub yesterday. I appreciate that. Um, are you Did you already sign up? Because you said something about, if I remember right, you said something about you were going to be signing up with Star Citizen today. And I thought I would take some time to explain the process because some people might be a little confused or a little bit mixed up. And it wouldn't help just you. It's going to help anybody else that might be interested in learning how to or where to get started. So, so did you already sign up? And if so, what package did you get? Oh, wait, I know there's a delay in the stream. All right, so this is my little area up here. I wonder if there's any room to put posters and stuff. Oh, well, I wouldn't be able to see it. There we go. Okay, I got you. Okay, so you haven't actually made a decision yet. That's good. And I'll go through, I'm going to pull up the website and kind of just show anybody else out there that's watching how to get a package because I know it's a little confusing sometimes. And what's in those packages and what that might mean. So here, let me just put my constellation poster on the wall. There we go. And this is what we'll do. I'll just, it'll probably time out, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up the website. I think I might want to just close the game, actually, because it looks like it's causing everything else to lag. So, God, it's gone. Okay, let's pull up the center monitor. All right, so you've got your RSI website, right? You need to have a login, which I'm sure you do. You've already got your account set up. And then what you'll do is go to your store. Now, when you go to the store, and I'm sure you've already been to all this place, but this is really for people that don't know what they're doing. You go to the store and you want to make sure you don't look at ships, you don't look at upgrades, you don't look at extras or subscriptions or merchandise or Voyager Direct or none of that stuff. You go straight to game packages, not ships, game packages. So you go to the game package, right? I'm going to click it. Now, there's going to be some options here. Now, all these ships, my understanding is, all these ships here now have a game package included. And some of these are actually bundles where you get more than one ship. You do not have to spend more than $45. You can take the lowest package that you want. But it looks like you are currently interested in the Hornet or the Cutlass package. You're trying to decide which package you want to go. So I don't think the Ghost has a game package with it. Okay, I already know it doesn't. These are the game packages. So if you want a Hornet, Hey John, what's going on? So you go, hypothetically, let's say you wanted the Cutlass package because that's kind of what you're tossing up. You're tossing up the Hornet and the Cutlass package. So you go to more info, right? And you can look right here. These are the items that come with your uh, Cutlass package, right? You'll get an asteroid hanger. That's what the VFG industrial hanger is. You'll get an asteroid hanger. Everybody's got to get a hanger when they get a game package. You'll get the soundtrack. It'll come to you later as a digital download. You'll get Star Citizen as a digital download. You will get the digital star map. Guess what? Everyone has access to that. You'll get 5,000 UEC, and then depending on if you used anybody's referral code, you might get, right, you might get 5,000 more. And then you got the manual and 6 months insurance. Okay, but this is the one you really got to make sure you're getting, is the Star Citizen digital download. If you don't get this, you won't have access to the game until, well, you'll never have access to the game until you get that. Let's go back. So you're talking about possibly getting the Hornet, right, which comes with the AeroView hanger, and then of course the Star Citizen digital download. And then after you get the Hornet, then going back into the game, going to ship upgrades, right, and then taking the Hornet here, right, and then upgrading it to another ship. Is that what we're talking about? Because that's how you do it. When you do a ship upgrade like that, you will actually retain all of your items that would have been added with your ship. The only thing that changes then would be the ship. Okay, so if I uncheck that, now I can scroll down here and you can kind of see, hold on, scroll down right here. There's the F7C. Now you see if you buy the F7C individually, it's only 110. But the package was only 115, right? That's only like $5. And then you go to choose another ship, you scroll down, everything's grayed out, which means because you can't downgrade. So you go to the Ghost or the Tracker, right? Okay, so hypothetically, let's say you went with the Ghost, it's going to tell you that it's a $15 difference, right? And that's what you're looking at, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yeah, I would never recommend anybody. Well, I'm not going to say that. That's a good way to go about it. If you don't want to get the regular Hornet, you just want to get the Ghost, then that's a way to do it. Because the Ghost doesn't have a package built into it. Something you need to consider though is Squadron 42. Squadron 42 is a you can pledge to get Squadron 42, and that way you'll be able to play Squadron 42 when it comes out. But there should be an add-on. I thought there was like if you have a ship, you can add Squadron 42 to it. So like let's say you get the Mustang Alpha, right? And you go, yeah, because it doesn't come with Squadron 42. There should be an add-on. Here it is, add-ons. Yes, you can add like skins or hangers, a rover. Okay, where's the Squadron 42? That's just the book. It's a manual. Yeah, I don't see it. I could be wrong, but you definitely want to get Squadron 42, but that's just an option. Um, okay, pledge. Click on pledge. New subscribers. There it is. What? That's the standalone pledge. Yep, I don't know. So, so if you want Squadron 42 and a Mustang, that's $90. I didn't think it was that much. Oh, here we go. Mustang plus Squadron 42 combo. Here we go. And then you got the Aurora plus Squadron 42 combo. Look at that. You're saving a huge amount of money. Okay. I strongly recommend picking one of these two packages. This is where I was trying to get at. When you said you wanted to get a Hornet, it was like blowing my mind. You want to get one of these packages. Okay, let's just back up. Let's say you get the Aurora with Squadron 42. Normally, what would that be? That would be $90, right? Well, first of all, you're getting it for 60. But you don't want the Aurora. I get that. So trade the Aurora in for the Ghost. See what I'm saying? See where I'm going? So that way you still get your Ghost, but then you get your Squadron 42 for only like $15 instead of 45. Saves you 30 bucks. Hey Derp, what's going on, man? Okay. Well, if that's the case, go with the Mustang then. Yeah. So if you think the Mustang's yeah, a better price, then do that. Because right now you would get them both you get the Alpha, Star Citizen, Mustang, and Squadron 42 for $60, and then you go into the ship upgrades, right? You take your Mustang. Let's take a look. Mustang's 30. Oh, okay. Hold on. Mustang Beta is 40, but I know it's just a regular Mustang Alpha. So it's 30. And the Aurora, I think, is the base Aurora too. Let me find the base Aurora. Do 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 do. Blade. Okay. I don't think it's the Aurora LN. That's a Legionnaire model. Well, let me scroll like that. That's some bull. Okay, that's a whole page. Whoa, what's going on? Okay, that's the whole page. Maybe I should have clicked on the package to see. It's the ES. Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's it. That's the Essentials. Might be the MR, but either way, it looks like the Mustang is worth more. So take the Mustang and then go to your Hornet Ghost, right? Hypothetically, it's 95. Okay, so 95. It's more expensive that way. What's going on? No, you were getting ready to pay 110 plus 15. You were going to pay 125 total and not get Squadron 42. But with this package, you would pay 60 and then 95. So you'd pay 155 and get Squadron 42. So you're paying only $30 for Squadron 42 instead of 45. So yeah, I'm based. I don't know if my math is right, but you're saving like $15. That's what it seems like. I could be. Yeah. That's what it seems like. Okay, so what are we doing? Yeah, I'm not talking anything Star Citizen. I'm not talking about anything but Star Citizen there, Derp. I don't have the address. No. What do you mean, but I would have the aero view? That's the best hangar. What are you talking about? The aero view is the best hangar. Um, yeah, there's four hangars, right? You got the Selflin, the Aero View, the Revel in York, and then the VFG. Revel in York is how do you it's okay. It's okay. All the hangars are cool. All the hangars have their own personality, right? Um, but they all can do exactly the same thing. There's nothing. Well, as of right now, only the Revel in York can hold the Starfare, but that's going to change. All the hangars can do all the things. It's just their aesthetics, just their looks, and what they do. John, I have all four hangars, right? Oh, the ships. I have um, a Carrack, a Lynx, a Dragonfly, a I think they call it a, they don't call it a Phoenix, they call it a something else. Um, it's the little fighter in the Carrack. I can't remember what they call it. It's not the, it's not a Phoenix. That's the constellation. Okay, but I also have a Saber and I have a Loner Hornet. I will always have a Loner Hornet. I'll always have a Lunar Hornet because of how early I was able to back. And I have a Merlin, which I only have that because I have the Carrack. And that's only because it's kind of like a loner because I don't have the snub fighter from the Carrack yet. And I have a Dragonfly, a Lynx, and a Gray Cat. Those are all my ground vehicles. And then I have, there's another ship I got. Oh, they're loaning me a Constellation because the Carrack's not in the game. So right now I can fly the Constellation, the Saber, the Hornet, or the Merlin. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of what we're talking about right now there. We're kind of hashing over which package to get. What's really cool and kind of Ghoul kind of brought this to attention is that it doesn't really matter what package you get because they only offer two packages that have the the MMO and the single player game, Squadron 42 and Star Citizen. You want to get one of those two packages. And one of those, okay, boop, 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 store, game package, here we go. The ones right here that say combo, the Star Citizen and Squadron 42 combo. You want to get one of these two. They're only $60. Okay? If you don't care about the single player game, or if you don't care about the single player game, get one of these two packages. If you don't care about the getting a ship or playing in the MMO and all you care about is a single player game, then get the Squadron 42 standalone pledge. But that's ridiculous. Get this one. It's $60. You get both and a ship. Okay, so now once you get the ship, it doesn't matter which ship you get. Just get one. And then later down the road, next month, next year, next whenever, if you don't like the ship you got, and you won't because I don't like the Aurora or the Mustang, trade it up, trade up. There's something called a ship upgrade. So you just take your ship, you put it in the upgrade slot of whatever you're going to trade in, right? You're going to trade in one of your ships. And let's say I was going to trade in my Saber. I'm not going to, but let's say I wanted to trade in my Saber. I just come over here and I pick the ship that I want to, like maybe I want to trade it in for a Terrapin. I click that, right? And then I just paid the difference. Yeah, so you can always upgrade. So the first thing to do is get in before the prices change. It's only $60. You get both games. Game packages. $60. One of each game, one of these two. And then from there, there's a lot of free flies. There's a lot of people in the squadron that might loan you a ship. Because I can, like, if you jump onto my server with me, I would just say, what do you want to fly? And if you said, hey, I want to fly your Constellation, I'd be like, cool, okay, let me pull it up. Boom. I pull it up, you jump in it, you fly around, you blow stuff up, you get blown up. Doesn't matter. Doesn't cost me anything, right? Because we're still in alpha. So it's not like it's going to cost me a dime for you to fly my ship. And then you get a chance to see. Let's say Aaron's here and you want to fly a Saber. You say, hey, Aaron, can I fly your Saber? He spawns it in and you go fly it. You want to fly my Hornet, you can fly it. That way you get a feel of all those ships, and then that way you make an educated decision on how you want to do it. Now, if you don't have a bunch of people that are going to be able to loan you a ship like that, then believe it or not, and I'm gonna believe it or not, I mean, I'll even demonstrate this for you. I can log into Port Olisar and say, hey, does anybody have does anybody have a Retaliator that I can fly around just to see what it feels like? And somebody, I bet you somebody will have a Retaliator, and they don't mind spawning it in. Because why? They're not losing anything. They don't care. I mean, we're just testing the universe, and we're trying to see how everything works and everything. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind. And there's a lot of times that they'll have like free flies and stuff. Like this last free fly, you could fly what could you fly? You could fly a Mustang, you could fly a Saber, and you could fly a Freelancer for free. And that's everybody, even backers. All I had to do was put the code in, and I would have got the free fly also. What do you mean what's going on with the nose gun of the Avenger? Most likely the yeah, you're talking about that bad boy right there. Yeah, they're probably gonna, I don't know, hold on. Let's do this. Okay, this doesn't show me any details of the ship there. They need to put the details of the ship right there, right? So let's go to ships. Bum, bum. Let's go to, that's the Stalker. Okay, there's concept art. You get the technical overview right here. You got your gimbal mount. It's size 3. You can put any size 3 gun on there. Oh, snap. Yeah, but you should be able to put any size 3 gun. Just swap it out. Put what gun you want on there. You can't change it? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, well, sucks to be you. Sorry. I don't like the Avenger. I never have. I mean, you can go back. Shoot, I made a video. I made a video on the Avenger back before it was even released. I got a chance to jump in it, walk around inside of it and stuff, because I had learned a way to unlock all the ships that were in the files and put them on a test bed or whatever. And so what I did was I took all the ships, I put it on this test platform, and then I could log into the test platform. And then from that, and that's a long time ago, maybe 3 years ago. And then I could walk around, and the Avenger was sitting right there, and I was looking at it. It was looking like it's supposed to look, which I think is retarded. I mean, that's just me. I'm sorry. I apologize if you love your Avenger, but it really needs a rework. And I think that's what they're waiting for. Because to me, a ship that looks like a semicircle, like it's an arced ship like this, and okay, if the bottom was flat, like straight flat, I would be okay with that. I would be okay with the top of the ship looking like a flying saucer. But because the bottom, the underside of the ship also has an arc to it, that's why I don't like it. Yeah, so it looks like bent banana. And I'm just, no, it's not for me. Guess why? I pick things because of the way they look. Okay. Uh, oh, the 350R? Yeah. The 350R is one of those limited edition ships, you know. Only certain, they're only going to sell it at certain times. But just remember that every ship is going to be available in-game using in-game money. There's no need to buy a 350R with real money unless you're just wanting to back the game. Just remember that. Just get a ship that you think is, because that's why I got the Starfare. I got the Starfare just to hold a spot. Basically, I was planning on melting it for the Carrack. Actually, I'm planning on melting it for the Polaris. Now that I mention it, but I don't know anything about the Polaris. I don't know how much it's going to be. But that's what I wanted to do, was melt the Starfare for the Polaris. But that's what I did. I built a. I actually started this game with an Aurora. I went from an Aurora to like a 300, I think, and then I went to a 325. Then I went to a Hornet. Then I switched to a Freelancer, and then I got a Constellation, and then I got a Retaliator, and so what I've been doing is just gradually building up. And that's just one ship slot. That's melting and rebuying, melting and rebuying. It was just constantly every couple of months. I was only adding like $20, and my ship was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, 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 yeah. What are you talking about? Only through missions? No, 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 no. You might be able to find someone in the verse that's selling it. You might find a like a used car salesman on the side of the road that's selling old racers or something, and then there the 350R would be in his inventory, and you could buy it. And then maybe it's got a flat tire, and you got to fix it. You know, maybe the engines aren't, you know, uh, fully functional, and you have to repair them, and so you get a really good deal on the ship or something like that. I mean, it's totally, the possibilities are endless. You know. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do now, because basically what I've decided to do going forward on my nightly live streams is start off with a topic, right? And then kind of address that topic. And once that topic's been kind of gone over, then I'm going to switch over to gameplay. But is there anything else about maybe starting packages or buying ships or upgrades or anything else that you guys might have? Any more questions that I might be able to answer? Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the game. And 2.5 actually went live today. And I haven't really got a chance to do a whole lot. I was able to get a flight suit. Not only that, I was able to attach my tarantulas. Okay, let me jump in the game. Let me just go ahead. It's launching. What? Yes, the saber. Easy cool. It's the saber. The saber, the saber, the saber. Why? Why do I say that? Because it's my favorite ship. It's my favorite ship. It's a single seat fighter. It is configured for atmospheric flight. So if I needed to go inside of an atmosphere and dogfight someone, I can do that because I've got wings. And it's got 4 forward-facing size 3 mounts, which means for me, I put 4 size 2 guns on gimbals. So all 4 of my guns can pintle around just a little bit in the front. It carries 6 missiles currently. They're size 2 missiles, I do believe, which is bigger than a Hornet. A Hornet is only carrying size 1, but it's got 8 of them. And so I'm able to carry Rattlers and use those. And those are pretty much kick butt missiles. They might cost a little bit more, but they're worth it. And then it's very sleek, and it's supposed to be the low emission engines, so it doesn't put out a big heat signature. And the way it's shaped, it's supposed to be stealth on radar. So we'll see how that actually rolls out. It's a 2-engine ship, so it's quite fast. The problem with the Saber, and there is a problem with it, when you turn, the thrusters are not strong enough to turn the Saber. So when you go into any kind of high-speed turn, you have this huge amount of sliding, okay? So you have to slow down to turn, or you're going to just slide. In this most recent patch, in the patch notes, they did say that they adjusted the Saber's nimbleness to make it more maneuverable, which I'm excited for, because guess what? I'm a Saber pilot. Our squadron, the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, the Griffins, we are a Saber squadron. So if you're interested in a squadron, I got a Saber. Okay, so I'm hitting that right at 20 FPS. I've got my little FPS counter. You can't see it; it's behind the camera, but it's right at 27 right there. Boy, woo! But I've seen it drop to it's 22 now. Oh, 15 when the door opened. What's up? Okay, so there, I got my navy whites on. I've got my auto rifle. Right, I can't wait for the new bearing rifles to come out in 2.6. That will be cool. I want to experiment with the different bearing assault rifles. Do you really? Okay. I've noticed that I lose about 5 FPS by streaming for you guys. Uh, so there's my 4 ships that I was talking about. I got the Saber, which is, I really do have the Saber. I have the Hornet only as a loner because I'm an early backer. I have the Merlin because the Carrack has a snub fighter. And I have a Constellation because I have a Carrack. I hope all that makes sense. Okay. Well, we're going to get the Saber.
Selection confirmed.
C3.
Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
Word. C3. Okay, C3. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. Now, because there's Grim Hex, I don't know if you've noticed this, there is no lasers in here. There's only assault rifles. Sad. Okay. He does have med pens, and he's got a few grenades, but guess what? That's going to all come out in 2.6. The grenades, the holograms, the portable force fields, the claymores. And my understanding is they're motion detection claymores. So I set them up in a hallway and run, and then somebody chases me down that hallway, the claymore blows them up. Right now I'm only running a 770. Oh wait, it's at 3. That's this way. But whether I've got a 770 or if I've got 3 1080s, it doesn't matter. The FPS is limited. They deliberately cap the FPS, mainly to keep it from bogging down for people. It's like they force you to share. I think it's 30 though, but I'm running at like 25. When I stop streaming, I know it jumps up about 5. And I would think that the streaming would have something to do with my internet bandwidth. But it actually might be the rendering of the graphics card, because I watch my stream at the same time. I got all you guys on my second monitor. So maybe if I turn all this chat and streaming and stuff down, maybe that would help me, but I'm not going to do that. That's not fair to you guys.
Launch complete.
Launch complete.
Landing gear retracted.
Nice. Impact? No impact. Now you'll notice my windscreen. I say wind, but it's my cockpit glass is clear of obstructions. There's no damage indicator of myself in the upper left-hand corner, and there's no like target information in the upper right-hand corner. If I want that information, I have to actually look down at my, whoops, wrong buttons. No wonder it wouldn't work. Yeah, I gotta look down there. So like there's my weapons, there's my damage and shields, and there's like my throttle and power output, and that would be this would be the target that I've got selected. So now with this helmet on, it kind of obscures the chin plate, right, or not the chin, but the cheek mouthpiece. It's kind of blocking my MFDs. That's why I think I like the Marine helmet better, because it gets rid of those and puts them in the upper right hand and left hand corners. 770, that's correct. That is correct. Ah.
Quantum travel initiated. Begin scan.
Yeah, to me the Ghost is cool, right? But it's a Hornet.
Random ship. Come in, random ship. Hi, welcome to the neighborhood. Second class junior cartographer Tessa Bannister reporting in. I'm the eyes behind all the ICC scan probes in the area. What these little guys see, I see. Which, yes, means I can totally see you. Right now. Anyway, there was actually a reason to why I commed. I'm sort of not allowed to leave my post. Important jump point scanning and all. So, I was hoping you might be able to help me with something. If you have a second, could you check out these coordinates? Scans are saying something's there, but can't ID it.
Oh, look at that. I was pointing right at it.
Quantum travel initiated.
Hey, brother. Yes, I'm riding right at about 15 to 20 FPS. But that's only because I can see the number now because I'm putting the number on my screen. But it also feels better. Yeah, you can. It looks like it's running better and feeling better.
Begin scan.
No, I don't want to begin scan. No, no contact. Oh, sorry. Look at that. Da, 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 da. My little right gun's moving. My left gun, doo 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 doo, dancing around. Doo, doo, doo. Okay, sorry.
Begin scan.
This guy apparently is involved in a pirate fight. I gotta get in there. So I went to cruise mode. Let's get in there and help him out. He didn't ask. I'm just gonna do it. I am 16 kilometers away. So I will probably hit around 10. I'm going to spawn in my own pirates. Haha.
Contact. Begin scan. Contact.
You chose the wrong part of space to fly through.
Did I?
Begin scan.
Whoa, there's a lot of pirates here. Sucks to be them. Damn.
Damn it! Why does everybody have to fight back?
Because I will kill you. I was gonna say, did all the pirates die? No, they didn't. Where'd he go? Yeah, he's causing me to black out. That's what he's doing. Let me get turned around here a little bit. I think I might be flying a little too fast for him. I love my tarantulas. Okay, everybody seems to be green, but that doesn't mean anything, right? Where's my beepity beepity beeps? Sounds like it's over here on the left. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Got a lot of people trying to do this mission.
Begin scan. Contact.
If you know what's good for you, you'll stay out of this.
We're going after the pirates that this guy spawned in, and he drugged them over here. Like an old fantasy MMO, he was herding them into our little fight here, like a dick. You know, like you aggro the mob, and then you bring them into your some other group's area.
Shields recharging.
Whoa, 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 dude, whoa! You're trying to kill me or what? What's going on here, dude?
Shields recharging. Shield up.
You had your chance to run. You didn't.
Nope, I didn't.
Shields recharging. Shields up. Shields recharging. Begin scan. Begin scan.
Oh, you messed up now, Scav.
Did I?
Hold still.
Kill.
Yeah, I'm holding still, all right. So now, you want to see how much ammo I have? I've got to do this. 226. Looks good. You want to see how hot they're getting? You got to do this. Heat level, ammo.
Begin scan. Contact.
I'm not sure if I like that.
Begin scan.
Really?
Contact.
More pirates? Screw it. I'm just going to fly over here and let them blow up these guys. If I get out of my ship and they shoot me with a rifle, I'll be slightly perturbed. I won't be upset, but I'll just be perturbed.
Begin scan.
I'm way off. We're all here.
System overheat.
Ooh, Vanguard. I might go jump in that. No, I'm not going to steal someone's Vanguard. I'd love to. I'd love to have a Vanguard, actually. I think I'd like to have that new Vanguard. What do they call it? Vanguard Hoplite? That would be cool. Okay. This right here. This is Rockstar. Organic energy drink. I bought about 5 or 6 different flavors. The other 4 or 5 were great. They were top of the line. The pina colada one was my favorite. There was a fruit punch one. There was just a regular old energy drink. There was a berry one, I think. And that's the organic energy drink. It is nasty as hell. It's like, oh man, I'm drinking it because I paid for it. It's the worst tasting thing ever. No, I mean, not really. I mean, it tastes like, let me think if I can think of something it tastes like. Like, oh, you want to shoot at me, huh? Dude, really? I'm not shooting at you. I'm going to zoom in and get my thing. Now, he might have just been experimenting, but still. Boop.
Hey, Jenny, think you could head on back and whip us up a cup of something hot? I'm about to pass out. Got a contact.
I turned on the turbo thrusters.
Let's see what the ridges say. Not coming up. Forget the drink. I need you on shield now!
Proximity alert. Aft.
I'm going to turn that around on you there, Gibson.
Contact.
My life will begin when this game comes out. I won't lose it. I'll gain it.
Starboard.
I'll gain, like, my life. Yeah, no, I do plan to explore every inch of every asteroid, every planet, every station. I plan to travel space, meet new people, and kill them. No, I'm kidding. It's like any MMO, I guess. You know, you play a few hours a week. For some people, it'll be a few hours a day.
Contact.
You know, I'm only going to play it probably 2 or 3 hours a day. So that's like a lot. That is a lot, right? You guys want to see what these Rattler missiles can do? Watch this.
Shields up. Begin scan. Contact.
Oh well.
Begin scan.
That's what they can do. I can lock on and people die. Okay, so it's time to make... Maybe it's not. Is someone shooting at me? Okay, here we go. Target, lock.
Missile. Lock. Proximity alert. Starboard.
Oh, there's a couple of different parts. Cool. I'm gonna launch. But you're not really gonna get a chance to see... Okay, watch this missile. Watch it, watch it. There it goes. And come on, Rattler, turn around.
Starboard shield under fire.
This guy's getting, oh man, that guy's dodging the Rattler. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. He's a good pilot. But the Rattler never did what it was supposed to do. And that's break up into 10 additional missiles. Little micro missiles. That's okay though.
Quantum travel initiated.
Now, unfortunately, like when this game gets closer to release,
Welcome back to the program.
I'm going to be playing a lot more with my squadron.
This sounds serious,
We're going to be
right?
doing missions and things like that, and we're not going to want to broadcast all the activities that we're doing. So I won't be streaming all that.
It's coming from these coordinates.
That'll be more of
You
a
should help if you
private
can.
activity, top secret kind of stuff, and we're not going to advertise all that. So so my streaming content
Begin scan.
will be specifically oriented towards activities or showing off stations or new ships and stuff like that. It won't necessarily be gameplay anymore. That's unfortunate, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up. But that's not going to happen for another couple of years, I wouldn't think. Okay, so what am I doing? I am...
Begin scan.
What's my fuel situation like? 80? Okay, we're good.
Quantum travel initiated.
I wanted to make a group and get a cargo ship and put the people in the cargo hold and fly into one of the big ships and siege it from the inside. That's a perfectly valid strategy.
Quantum travel complete.
they make ships specifically to be able to do that. The Terrapin, even the new ship, the Terrapin, heavily armored, heavily shielded. It's deliberately made to be like a troop deployment, or it's supposed to be reconnaissance, but it could easily be a troop deployment. The Redeemer is a dropship, specifically made to do that. The what you call it, the Vanguard Hoplite. It's in Squadron 42. It's a military dropship that you fly in, you land in, like maybe like in Star Wars, right? You fly in onto the Death Star, you land in one of the landing pads, and you pour out and start gunning all the stormtroopers down. There's going to be something very similar to that.
We are under attack. Please help.
All right, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
We ain't got any problems with you right now.
Okay, I'm disoriented.
Around, and it's gonna change.
Let me get oriented. Here we go. Here we go. Slowing down. I'm gonna rattler this dude.
Missile lock. Missile lock.
You pretend cops have always got something to prove, don't ya?
Yep.
Starboard shield under fire. Flare drop. Begin scan. Flare drop. Flare drop.
Boy, this guy wants to put some missiles on me.
Flare drop.
I'm just unloading flares.
Missile.
Two can play that game.
Begin scan. Contact. Begin scan. Contact. Flare drop. Flare low.
There we go.
Head shield under fire. Flare drop. Shields recharging. Flare drop. Flare drop. Chaff ready. Shields recharging. Chaff drop. Shields recharging. Chaff drop.
Thank you for helping me. Maybe someday I'll be able to return the favor.
You better. Nah, it's all good. I don't think I've got enough for marine armor. I'm just gonna kind of check it real quick. Nope.
Begin scan. Begin scan.
My computer still thinks that missiles are after me. They're not.
Begin scan.
Nope, wrong one.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel initiated.
All right, let's go get some more flares and missiles while we're there. Hey, Mr. Shank. I'm sorry, I didn't see your chat until just now because I was dogfighting.
Quantum travel.
The game is in an alpha state right now, but if you're a backer of the game, then you're given access to play in the alpha as a tester, basically, with the understanding that you know it's bugged or it's got, like, see that inbound missile flashing on my screen? That's a known issue. That should be gone, right? Because there's no missiles inbound. Okay, hey, did they just go away? No. Okay. So,
Welcome to Cryastro Station. What can we do for you today?
and it only takes like $45 to become a backer and play the
Codes
game.
look like they're running low.
$60 if you want a copy of Squadron 42 also.
Landing gear deployed.
Squadron 42 is the single player game, supposed to be out by the end of the year actually. I'm currently playing Squadron. I'm playing Star Citizen, which is their multiplayer universe, basically MMO. But it's, like I said, it's still in alpha state. It hasn't even hit beta, so all the features aren't even in the game. The universe is super small. The amount of things you can do is super small. It's basically they're just testing all the mechanics of the game to see if everything's working. And they haven't instituted everything, so I'm not really testing everything yet. I've got low FPS, like 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's going up. That's good. We're landing, we're going to get rearmed, refueled.
Landing request approved. AP activated.
That's autopilot. Yeah, and there's like almost 1 million people have already started back in this game.
Landing complete.
So there's like 1 million people that have, well, maybe not, maybe like 500,000 people have packages.
Checked our inventory, and we're stocked for all your repairs.
Nice.
Stand by.
There's a bunch of organizations out there, like basically guilds or squadrons or clans or whatever you want to call them. And
Beginning fueling.
some organizations are going to be like merchants, some are going to be like security forces, some are going to be pirates, some are going to be, just info gatherers. There's a lot of different roles, explorers, a lot of different roles that as an individual player you can do. And then some orgs have like a focus on this is what we're planning on doing.
Thanks you.
You're
Hope
welcome.
to see you soon.
No problem.
Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
Alright. Now, I still don't have enough to get my marine armor yet. So, I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay, here we go. Where's the ICC probe? There's the security post. I could go there. You know what? I could go do some salvage operations on some wrecked ships. If you want me to do that, I could do that. I'll do that while I do the ICC probes because you can make some money that way. ICC probe, where are you? There you are.
Quantum travel initiated.
Yeah, hey, mister, if you got any questions at all, you're curious about anything that I ever streamed, you feel free to jump on and ask. That's what I'm here for. I actually love pausing the game and answering questions. That's what I prefer doing, actually.
There's a DB blinking like crazy on my screen.
Really?
Here, I sent you the location.
Appreciate it.
If you take a look, it's a win-win. They get help, and I get to stop hearing the damn thing go beep, beep, beep every freaking second. Oh, and DB stands for distress beacon.
Uh-oh, there's a public enemy running around.
I realized I might be the only one who calls
Yeah.
Feel free to start using it.
I say DB also.
Quantum travel initiated.
Oh, No Man's Sky? Yeah. No Man's Sky had a potential to be good, and probably still does if they do some add-ons to it like real soon. But if they don't, then what just happened? Somebody interdicted me.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
Okay, there's a red flashing light in the asteroids. That's where we're heading initially, but after that we're going to look for green lights, and where the green lights are salvage spots. Yeah, so you can watch Star Citizen and kind of make a comparison, even though Star Citizen's not out yet. You know, you can tell that the graphics level is way up. You know, comparatively. You know, from a different game. You can actually see other players. I didn't just say that, did I? Or maybe I did. It's more realistic. No Man's Sky is more of an arcade type game, it seems like. Yeah, and this is on a 770. So just imagine if I had like a 1070. Or a 970 even. Yeah. I don't want to talk about somebody else's game. I've never actually played it, so I don't want to talk good or bad about it. I've only watched like one guy play it, and he played it for like 30 minutes, and then I realized that wasn't the game for me. Well, first of all, I plan to put a lot of my time into this game, so I bet you, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. I play a lot of other games. Right now, I play a lot of other games. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 games installed on my computer right now. And I play them. But when Star Citizen comes out, I'm going to put those in a folder all by themselves, and I'll probably never touch them. Okay, pirates. Okay, it's time to dogfight.
Head shield under fire.
You pretend girls have always got something to prove, don't ya?
Shields out.
Oh, those are real missiles.
Shields recharging. Shields recharging. Flare.
Big mistake.
Starboard shield under fire. Flare.
These guys they're trying to kill me.
Shields recharging.
I got incoming missiles. I'm blocking out.
Begin scan.
I know where you are.
Flare drop. Head shield under fire. Flare drop.
I think that player is launching missiles.
You had your chance to run. You didn't.
Shields up. Shields recharging.
I just went to cruise mode. Notice my velocity is increasing. Now I'm back to space combat maneuvering, which means I can actually turn. And I'm like a bajillion miles away, or kilometers. I'm not even, okay, 6 kilometers. That's not bad. I can, when I get to 2 kilometers, I'll shoot him.
Flare drop. Flare low. Begin scan. Contact. Port shield.
You messed up now, Scav.
Shields recharging.
Oh, he's in a military ship. I just noticed this. He's in a Gladius. It's an older generation
Port shield under
military ship.
Shields recharging. Shields recharging.
Hold still.
Shields recharging. Flare drop. Shields recharging.
Now I don't know what's a real missile incoming warning or not. Okay, this guy's in a 300, which is kind of like a luxury fighter. It's not a... And I noticed I'm stuttering.
Begin scan.
Every now you saw there's like it'll pause and stuff, but it's not booting me though. It's just pausing, like the whole server's stopping.
Throwing down against nine tails is never a good idea.
I
I'm
know,
gonna show you why.
and that's what I get for flying at full speed. Because sabers can't turn at full speed. They can, but they're just horrible at it.
Port shield.
You trying to ram me? Here I am leaning like it's gonna make a difference.
You're
You're
dead.
just gonna stand next to me? Okay, cool.
Begin scan. Contact. Contact. Begin scan.
There's still another pirate out here? Oh, there's a bunch of players, no wonder. Every player gets 2 pirates.
Shields recharging.
Let me give him some payback. Take that missile, sucker. Now this guy's in a cutlass.
God, I love it when people try to be heroes.
Okay, there's no more pirates. We got him. I'm near the objective. I can hear it beeping. Oh, it's right there. I'm like very close to it. Oh yeah. Yeah, did you see those other players in my zone right there? When they got into this area, the pirates spawned in for them. Those pirates were all AI though, okay? And we're all going after this one beacon, which is in this wrecked ship right here. It's basically one of the missions the quest givers give is to go find out what's on this beacon. So it's like a point of interest that people come to. But yeah, you can go first-person combat or whatever with other players. Yep, there's a player right there. He's zooming in. Now, I'm not going to shoot him. If he starts shooting me, then I'll be upset. You see him? There, he got it, and he's going. He's going to his ship, which is right up there in the corner. There it is. Come on, button, where you at?
Day 73. Very excited to be coming up to Crusader. Ever since the jump point, I've been working out a rough schedule of what to visit.
You know what's good for you?
By my
That's his
estimation,
ship right there.
I can sightsee for 4 hours if I want to keep my schedule for the rest of the system. Oh, that's weird. Just got an alert that says an airlock was triggered. I swear, the new operating system is designed to not work with these older models. So, anyway, still undecided about whether to visit Hurston or not. Place is already kind of...
Kinda scary.
Sounds like there's a dogfight going on around me. I'm just trying to get back to my ship before it gets blowed up. Yeah. Okay. Nasty. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm almost there.
Shields
Sweet.
impact. Begin scan.
You can buy it now, actually. Before, if you want to do this, Mr. Shank, go ahead and see my up there in where it says referral code. If you just log on to the RSI site, establish an account, and use that referral code, you'll actually get 5,000 UEC. And then later down the road, if you decide to get a package and get into the game, then I get a referral point.
Proximity
If you
alert
want to.
overhead.
Okay, now I said I was going to go hunt for green boxes, didn't I? So let's go see if we can't find a wreck that's got some green boxes in it.
Shields up.
Okay. I got to look closely because the green dots are like super small, as they should be in deep space, right? I found one already, I think. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if it's behind that rock right there. Whoa, let me shoot. And I'm not cruising, I'm just going space combat mode. Or am I blind? Yeah, that's not green. I don't know what I'm seeing. Oh no, I was right. It is green. It's right there. I'm almost there already. Dang, that's close. I wasn't blind. Yep, the game's stuttering right now. Okay, so this is a wreck right through here. You'll see all these little green boxes. This is basically a potential to earn money.
Proximity alert. Deck.
Yeah. So, let me out. And if you're also interested in a nice organization, we got the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron. We're a fighter squadron. We're members of the UEE, which is the United Empire of Earth, and we're we're in the United Empire of Earth Navy. We're just role playing, and then we're going to do things like exploration, and we'll hire ourselves out to guard merchant convoys, because there will be players out there that just want to be merchants and they want to carry their cargo from point A to point B, but there's other players out there that want to play pirates, and they'll want to try to attack them and take all their stuff. So they will hire people like us that are good fighter pilots to protect them. Okay, I'm looking for green boxes. These boxes usually glow green. I thought I saw one on my left wing. Maybe my ship's blocking it. Or maybe I'm just blind. Yeah, I don't see anything over there. Okay. I guess we're going to have to get deep into it. Ah, wait, there it is. Yeah, just check out our website. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. You can see kind of what we're all about. After I do this mission, I think I'm going to go fly back to Port Olisar and use the latrine. Or I guess it's not called the latrine in the Navy, I guess, is it? Oh, I can't open that box. It's called the head. No, I don't know. Okay. So, I don't know. But I do need to use the head. Oh, this one's open. There might be something in it. Wish me luck. Going in. Yeah, only the open boxes have anything worth salvaging. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, a shotgun. Let's check it out. Really? Nice. No, that's the auto rifle, isn't it? Yeah, that's a shotgun right there, buddy. Watch this. Or not that. Watch this. Nice. See if I can hit anybody over there. Not that anybody is over there. It's an electric shotgun. Ooh, they changed the graphics. Just looking at it, the electrical sparks flew out all the sides and everything. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want any gun out, actually. Just put it away. Okay, looking for another green box. If I remember right, I saw like 4 or 5 of them. Where's the big wreck? This is it. This is where they gotta be. They gotta be in the big wreck. Or maybe that's the big wreck. Maybe there's one in each. I don't see a box. That's weird, actually. Oh, 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 oh. I saw some green flashy bits right through here. See what's inside this guy. I hope it's alcohol. That's where you get the most money, I think. Because you get like 500 per bottle, and there's like usually like 4 or 5 bottles in there. Oh no, it's another gun. Crap, another shotgun. I don't want another shotgun. I could care less about the shotgun. Okay, we're going back to my ship so I can get back to Port Olisar so I can go use the bathroom. Because I don't want to go AFK while my ship and my person is out here in deep space. Something might fly up on me and blow me up. Because yes, there's people out there that do that. You know, griefers and stuff. Yeah, but I'll play a little bit more. Normally I only stream for like an hour and a half, but I've kind of come to the conclusion that I want to stream for probably 2 or more hours, because it takes me a while to get started, you know, and it seems like I'm just getting started, and then I end my stream, and that sucks for everybody. Plus, I've changed my format where the first 30 minutes or so I'm going to talk about a subject specifically, answer questions, and then get into gameplay. So, yeah. I'm getting ready to start the pee-pee dance. No, it's all good. What just happened? What? What? Okay, that was weird.
Proximity alert overhead. Begin scan. Proximity alert. Head.
Okay, where is the planet?
Begin scan. Proximity alert.
You would think that.
Begin scan.
See this guy right here, Kills Slayer, got here, and these two guys spawned in to fight him. Well, I'm gonna let him fight his own pirates while I go back to base. Oh, there they are, down here.
Quantum travel initiated. Shields up. Quantum travel complete. Begin scan. Contact.
Get out of here.
Contact.
You still can.
Begin scan.
Oh no, it's blocked. Okay.
Quantum travel initiated.
Alright, I can't hold it anymore. I'll be back in a minute.
Quantum travel complete. Begin scan. Contact. Begin
Finally,
scan.
some easy pickings.
Contact. Overhead shield under fire. Shields recharging. Shields recharging. Head shield under fire.
Do yourself a favor and turn around.
Did I wreck? Did I die? see a black screen. Did I run into the station? It's kind of what I expected. What's going on? Why is it a black screen? Did we crash? Now I'm watching the stream to see. Okay. Pirate shot me? Oh, balls. It's okay. Okay, well, guess what? I'm awake, and I'm in Port Olisar, which is where I was heading in the first place. Okay, so, yeah, that's what I get for, having to pee. I should have had a catheter in me. No, it's fine. Uh-oh, music's in and out. What's going on? This FPS is down a little lower than normal. Okay, what I think I need to do, because this Olisar is having a little bit of glitching and everything, and plus, you know, no big deal. I think I'm going to. Okay. No, I'm just going to go ahead and. I'm going to go to Area 18. Yep, DED. Dead. Yeah, I blame it on this horrible drink. Island fruit flavor. I will never drink this again. It has organic cane sugar. Organic caffeine, whatever that means. Organic green coffee. That's what it tastes like. That's what it tastes like. Green tea. I hate green tea. Sorry. Universe. Area 18. Launch. Here we go. That's what it tastes like. Tastes like yuck. Okay. So, so we're going to go to Area 18. If you haven't seen Area 18, this is a unique experience. This is basically a planet called ArcCore. It's named after the company that bought the planet, which is ArcCore. The entire planet is covered in a city, kind of like Coruscant in Star Wars, right? The entire planet is one big city. So they have these areas inside the planet that you can land at, and one of them is called Area 18, and that is it's where I'm going. It's the only other area that you can go to. There's an elevator, and we're getting out of it. And I don't look like I've got a suit on. Looks like I'm running around in my my generic clothes. Yeah. Okay, so Gulam. Okay, and then you got like this parked freelancer out there. They're implying that that's kind of like where you would have landed and you would have came in this way. They don't have it worked out that way. They have it like simulated that you come through this elevator, but technically this is how you would get to Area 18. You'd fly in from space and you would land at a landing pad like that, and you'd walk in here. And this is kind of like the lobby before you get to your customs area, right? This should be customs. And there's a guy in here trying to like check your ID and stuff like that, and then they scan you to make sure you're not packing a weapon or whatever. And then you go into Okay. Then you go into the main arc core, area 18 area. It's a big city. Yes, all of that stuff is coming in 3.1, 3.0. That's exactly right. John's hitting it on the nail. Um, right now, no, you can't land on a planet. Uh, but they have procedural planet technology. It's way better than No Man's Sky. And there will be planets, moons, asteroids, stations, everything imaginable you can land on. There's no limitation. You're not going to be railroaded. And like this is the med bay, just saying hi. Will there be alien life forms? Yes. Will there be plants and animals? Yes. Will there be water that you can land in the water, or you can even go underwater? Yes. There's a whole planet out there. I think it's not called Poseidon. What is it called? It's called there is a planet that's a water planet. There's like a little island where they built these walls up to keep the waves. It's like these people are idiots. Like, does he not see me just standing here? He just runs right into me. Like, I don't get it. Maybe he thinks it's like most games that you can just run through people. Well, you can't do that. Okay, so here's G-Lock. Yeah, I mean, I would, now in 3.0, they're going to release a whole system. It's going to be Stanton is the name of the system. One of the planets is ArcCore, which is what I'm on now, which is the entire planet's covered by a city. But then there's also going to be Hurston, which is kind of similar, but there's going to be some fauna and flora on that planet, but not as much. Hurston dynamics. And then there's uh, Microtech. Microtech is the third planet, and it is, you know what? I'm going to give you guys a special treat. We're going to go to the star map. You can kind of see all the different systems. How about that? I guess you guys haven't seen that in a hot minute. Okay, so I'm just going to exit this. And I'm going to bring up the star map for you guys. We're going to talk about planets and systems. And this system specifically, what we're going to see in 3.0. Yes, it does. What are you talking about? I've viewed this map on this. What are they talking about? Let's refresh this. Okay, I'm going to learn more. Do I need to update it? I don't get it. What? Weird. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can open that. Using something else. Yeah, okay. Even Chris Roberts, Star Citizen, says I should download the new version of Chrome. Okay, why not? I thought I had the new version of Chrome, but maybe I didn't. I don't remember updating it anytime soon, so. Okay, we're going to try that one more time. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for this little delay. I'm trying to fix my Chrome for some reason. I don't understand why it's not. Maybe I need to go here. Okay. I wouldn't think Chrome would take that long to install. Should be pretty quick. Hey, looted. Hey, looted man. What's going on, man? What we're getting ready to do is pull up the star map. What? Says it's the current version. Oh no, I don't know what's going on. Let's check something. Might be a setting. I might have that turned off or something. Let's check. It says your browser doesn't seem to support WebGL. But it does, because I've opened the star map a million times before. Okay. Okay, I might have closed some of these because it says learn more. Right. Wow, this is going to upset me if it doesn't start. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll use another browser. Let's see if it works with that. Seems to work with that. Okay, so it's working with Edge. I'm gonna go full screen. Okay. Okay, I don't know why Chrome doesn't accept it. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But it's loading the interface right now. Yeah. Don't show this next time. Acknowledge and continue. Explore star map. There we go. Okay, so this is the star map that you can access. Anybody can access this. And the volume's kind of loud. Would you agree? Wish there was a way I could like just turn it down. Okay, so this is Earth, obviously. And now the system that we're playing in is called Stanton, right? So we zoom out until we find Stanton. I mean, I could search for it and find it, but it'd be easier this way. Now I'm going to turn on the jump points so you can kind of see how all the systems are connected, because you go through various jump points. The system we're playing in is right here. This is called Stanton. Yeah, that's kind of loud. I wish there was a way to adjust that volume. But okay, that's the star. There's Hurston Dynamics, right? There's ArcCore, that's a planet completely covered in a city. You've got Crusader, which is where I was playing just a minute ago in the, that's the gas giant, right? Okay, so, and then there's Microtech way over here. Now Microtech is an ice planet, and you can land on it and walk around and it's going to be covered in ice. But this is, wait, okay. So it gives you some information. You can actually click the information, it'll tell you about it. And there is a landing zone on the planet, which actually is not really, it's a cloud city. City in the clouds, because it's a gas giant. If you flew into the atmosphere, your ship would be destroyed. So it's definitely not that. Let's back out of this. Okay. And then you've got the 3 moons. You've got like all the different stations and stuff like that. They don't have everything in here. Obviously, it's a work in progress. But when 3.0 comes out, all of these places, all these moons, all these planets are going to be explorable, so you'll be able to go to them and fly around them and actually fly in the atmosphere from planet and stuff like that. There's also this asteroid belt. It's the Aaron Halo. There is a 5th planet that they're going to add temporarily to the system called Delamar. Delamar is actually going to be in a totally different system. It's going to be in Pyro, but they wanted to put it, because it's finished and it's useful, they wanted to put it in this system so that people would get a chance to kind of see it. Okay, there we go. There's I was wondering why my mouse wheel wasn't working. Okay, and then these are like jump points. So like if I need to fly to Pyro, or Terra, or Magnus, you would have to fly over to these jump points. And let's use Pyro as an example. When you fly there, you're going to see something like this in space, and you have to engage your jump drive to actually fly through that. and then it would take you to another system where you would fly around to the different planets and you would explore, and then if you wanted to go to another system, you'd have to go through its jump point. Which would take you to a planet or a system called Castra. And Castra is where Nyx is located, which is right here. And oh no, I'm sorry. We got to go to Nyx. Okay, Nyx is where Delamar is supposed to be located, and I think it's, I don't remember where it is. I thought it was in the there it is. It's just an asteroid over here in the asteroid belt. So there is a landing zone on it, and it's called Levski. Right? Yeah, Levski. And Levski is the landing zone that they're putting into Stanton. So they're actually displacing it just so that we get a chance to play with it. Yeah. And let's get all the way out, right? Taking us all the way out. Now, for those of you that are curious, I don't know how far out I can go. You know, I'm going to go to a 2D map. Is there a 2D map? There's a 2D map right there. Okay. That's as far out as I can go. Okay. Trying to get out as far as possible. So here's Earth. And then if you see this symbol here, that means those planets are not occupied or not controlled by one faction or another. But when you see these little red triangles, or I'm sorry, red diamonds, you notice that's controlled by Vandul. So those are hostile or enemy planets. And then we go down here, or systems I should say, not planets, but go down here, you got triangles, and the triangles are the Banu. The Banu is the race of people that are merchants or neutral. They're not really allied with anybody. And so you buy and sell stuff from them. And then you've got the green right there. That should be the Xi'an. Those are like the turtle looking race, right? And then, but they're kind of like very militant, but not at war with the Empire. And you can see that they're all along this edge over here. And there is a line of planets that are considered part of the Peri line, and that separates the Xi'an from the Empire. It's kind of like a neutral zone, right? We're not at war with them, but they don't want us flying in their space. So it's a neutral zone. We'll call them the Romulans. But you can see that there's a lot of Vandul planets up there, but we don't know how to get to them. We don't have jump point information that gets us to them. Plus, there's another race of beings called. They don't have them show. They're not showing them. There's the Tavarans. The Empire pretty much absorbed them. I'm trying to find the planet. It's down here. There's a planet. I thought it was down here. Okay. I'm looking. There it is. The Battle of Idris. That's pretty much the Elysium and Idris used to be Tavaran worlds, and we basically took them from the Tavarans, and they hate us. But over the centuries, we gradually absorbed them into our culture. So Tavarans are actually kind of like Vulcans from kind of like Vulcans in the Federation, right? They've got their own planet, but then now they're part of the Federation of planets. See what I mean? So, but we've absorbed them, and yeah, there's another race, which is on the back side, which I don't think they have a, it might be this one. It's on the back side of the Sheeans. We don't really, I don't know where it is on this map. I know where it was on the old map. I don't even know if it's on this map. It's probably not, but it's, okay, if I could scroll over even more, like way over here, there might be a planet or two. That's letting me scroll pretty far, isn't it? Okay, there might be a planet way over there that is part of the Kurthak. The Kurthak are at war with the Sheeans. Yeah, there's something to do with us trying to contact the Kurthaks, but that would be bold of us to do that, because then we'd have to travel through the Sheean Empire to get to the Kurthak. You know, I don't know. It's probably because this is supposed to be the era of the universe is supposed to be the era of I haven't even read any of these chats for a while, and I'm sorry about that. Maybe it looks like I might need to jump on here. I don't know what you're talking about, Damas, because the people that play Star Citizen care about the graphics. Thanks, Looted Gamer. That's exactly right. People care about looking at the game and seeing that it looks great, and it puts you into the world. If I don't play WoW, I'll tell you right now, I'm not a WoW player. And why? Because of the graphics. I've looked at WoW, and I've actually played a week of WoW when they had like a free weekend. I played it and I was like, what? This is a cartoon. I'm not playing this. I play games that look realistic because it brings me into the world. It subconsciously or consciously brings me into the world, and I feel like if I'm doing a first-person shooter, I don't want my little, like, hypothetically, like an alien to come out and him be all, what's the word, Minecrafty. You know, he's blocks moving around. And WoW, don't like. I tried EverQuest the other night. I pulled it up because I got a friend that his wife plays EverQuest, and they've got a guild. So I said, you know what, I'm going to pull up EverQuest and see what it's like. So I pulled up EverQuest, and I was like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of WoW. I can't play this. Yeah, Damas, unfortunately, this is a game for people that are PC gamers, right? It's not your casual PC gamer. There are people that play PC games, but then they have an Xbox and they've got a PlayStation and stuff like that. That's not this guy. I'm the guy that does not have an Xbox. I do not have a PlayStation. I have a computer, and I made my computer strong enough to be able to play all the games in the world that I want to play. So yeah, back in the day, and I'm gonna say way back in the day, when I played Wing Commander, when I installed Wing Commander in my 486, and my 486 wasn't super powerful, I had to go into the batch file of the boot file, and I had to change settings to make it able to run that game. Why? Because Chris Roberts at that time was stressing the maximum potential of the games that could be played on those systems. He's doing the exact same thing now. He's taking what you've got, or what's available, I should say. Maybe you don't have it, or maybe I don't have it, because I don't. I got a 770. Making it like the best it could possibly be and not sacrificing anything. What's good about that is when you there's a lot of hype about VR going on right now. Next year or two, VR headsets are going to be able to display good graphics. They don't do it now, but they'll be able to display good graphics. And then at that time, you'll be able to stand in a space station, or you'll be able to be in your cockpit. You'll be able to look around and it will look awesome. If he didn't do that, then it would look like boxes. And that's right. And thanks, Looted. You're basically reading my mind. I'm like way behind. I'm like 4 chats behind. It does keep the kids out of the game and it keeps the guys that aren't committed. It keeps the guys that aren't really PC gamers. The casual gamers, no, it kicks them out. If you're not willing to make a computer that's strong enough, okay, so be it. That's cool. You don't have to play. But if you want to play, you gotta have a good computer. This is too loud. I agree. I think that is way too loud. Dang, I was screaming, I think. Whew, yikes. Okay, so that is the star map, and you can use it, and it's not completely finished yet either. And there are systems that aren't displayed here. There are going to be, and even in the middle here, even inside the Empire, and it's 3-dimensional too. If I click on 3-dimensional, you can actually rotate the map, and you can kind of get a feel of the depth and stuff like that. But there are going to be systems here that maybe Vega, right? Maybe Vega will connect to another planet, and once you discover that jump point that takes you there, you're going to be able to name that planet, or you're going to be able to name that jump point, and you might get paid by the exploration service for finding a new jump point. And then that all of a sudden becomes permanent in the game. That to me is exciting. I'm gonna have an exploration ship. I'm gonna be looking for jump points. I might not ever find one, but if I do, I can put my name on it, or I can put a name on it. Of course, there's going to be a vetting process. Like I'm not going to be able to call it dick balls or something like that. They're going to say no, that's vetoed. They're not going to let you do that. But if I call it like the Phoenix jump point or something, they'll probably accept that. Not that that's what I would call it, but yeah. Okay, let me get back to there are plenty of people who have already dedicated. That's right. That's right. Well, I think the Eve ships look pretty good. I'm gonna agree with that. I think that the Eve ships look pretty good. I just don't like any of the gameplay. I don't like. It's just a totally different game. It's a different game. Eve is fine. Eve has its huge player base or whatever, and it's fine. That's just not something that I want to play. You can't do first-person combat. You can't raid a base in Eve. Can't do it. You only have ships, unless something's changed. Right, the Vive. I haven't tried any of them. We've got them at work, right? They've just come in. They've had some people come in and demo them and show us, all the selling features and stuff. But I was not able to attend. Okay, so those are that's one of these days I'm going to go over there, take one off the display, and try to. Chance, there you go. What'd you put in your system, Chance? Hey, I asked you first. No, I guess not. I guess you asked me first. But I have an i7. I'm only running 16 gigs of RAM, and I have a 770 graphics card. That's pretty much all you need to know, because that's all that is being used. I got an i7, 16 gigs of RAM, 770 graphics card, and 3 monitors so that I can play the game, I can stream, and I can keep all my TeamSpeak up so that when we're playing with Squadron, stuff like that. Now I, I've considered getting a wide screen. I've also considered playing on all three screens, but um, I don't. Oh, I do have a track IR, but it's disabled right now because uh, Star Citizen doesn't implement track IR yet. My understanding is probably by 3.0, track IR will be back in the game. Yeah, 1070 is super awesome. I would agree with that. Yeah, I wish I could afford a 1070. Yeah, I'm running a 770 right now, and I'm just barely kicking. I'm barely kicking. But I was thinking I was thinking about a 1060 just because of the finances, um, and then maybe taking my 770 and selling it on Craigslist or something. That's what I was thinking. Because there's people out there that I got people coming. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but I work at Best Buy and I work in the computer department, and I sell gaming systems all the time, all the time. And whenever somebody comes in and they say, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. Remember, this is like the massive public, right? They come in, a lot of GIs, because I'm at a fort here, Fort Campbell's right around the corner. So a lot of family members, a lot of older couples or whatever, they come in and they're looking for a computer. And the ones that are looking for gaming systems, because they come up and they say, hey, you guys got a gaming system? Yes, we do. We've got a few gaming systems, but you really got to know what they're going to be playing. So, because one gaming system will work great for like WoW, but it will suck balls for Star Citizen, right? And there's all kinds of games in the middle. So I ask him, like, what are you playing? Well, I'm planning on playing like Ark, or I'm planning on playing something like The Division or something like that on PC. And I'm like, okay, so now what's going through my mind is I got to think, okay, they need something a little bit more, a little bit stronger than what we have in the store, because the stuff that we sell in the store is mainstream, and mainstream stuff isn't going to run good computer games. It's just not. I mean, you can, but I think it would be. And so what I do, and just me, I say, you know what you should do? Get a good processor, a computer that has a good processor, like an i7, and then go over to our gaming section and buy a good graphics card, and then put it in there yourself. And it's as simple as that. you know and that's what I usually tell people that look for the high-end stuff. But if they just come in and they say, well, I'm planning on playing something like Minecraft, my son plays Minecraft, I was going to play it, and I'm like, all of these systems will play Minecraft. Even the i3 will play Minecraft. you know and so yeah. So, but I get what my point was, and I just got derailed. My point is, 99% of the people that come in that say they're PC gamers aren't. I mean, they're playing games like Call of Duty, or let me think. Uh, a few guys recently came in and said they're playing Battlefront, which I'm totally okay with that. But they say they're playing games like Halo, Doom, World of Warcraft, uh, StarCraft, games that aren't really pushing the limits of the system, is what I'm trying to say. Those games work great on pretty much any computer. Those are great games, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the ones that they don't put any strain on the system. Those are good games. I love most of those games. But any system would run those. But when a guy comes in and he says, "Oh, I need to play this Star Citizen," which I've had a few guys come in and ask, "Hey, I'm getting ready to play Star Citizen, but I don't have a computer that'll run it," and I'll be like, all right, you've come to the right guy. I know what I'm talking about. This is what you need. And then I tell him what he needs. And then they either get it or they don't. The 6950 chip, you mean? Uh, Probably, but looted, that's cool. You got a milk cooled system. Okay, I got to tell you this. I got to tell you this. I'm sitting, yeah, I got to tell you this. I'm sitting there. This guy walks up and he goes, "Hey, I'm looking for a new monitor." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Well, like, and I say like, "What are you looking for in a monitor?" He goes, "I need a monitor that's got a lot of gigabytes." I'm like, "Okay, well, let me show you these monitors over here." Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And this, I remember one guy was asking me something about RAM, and he was talking about, yeah, like he wanted a, oh yeah, yeah, he wanted a terabyte of RAM. And I was like, that's pretty impressive. Don't you don't like them? Are you talking about the 180 hertz ones or the 144 hertz? Because they just came out with the 180 hertz ones, and we're selling those for like 500 bucks, I think. That's right. Yeah, I made sure he had the right gigabytes. I was like, oh my gosh, really? But that's what I'm saying. There's people out there that they don't really know what they want or what they need, and they come in and they just think that if they buy a computer, they'll be able to do everything, and you won't. And so there are games out there like Star Citizen that you'll get a computer, you'll take it home, you'll think it's a good computer, and then you'll put Star Citizen in, and then all of a sudden smoke starts coming out of your computer. But that's exactly what Chris Roberts wants. He doesn't want to destroy your computer, don't get me wrong. He knows technology's at a certain level, and he wants his game to be at that level. He doesn't want to be last year's computer game. He wants to be next year's computer game. Yeah, so I hope that explains that. Yeah, the all-in-ones, yeah, those are the best. Oh my gosh. Now there are people out there that, yeah, there are people out there that the all-in-ones actually are the best choice for. They're not gamers, you know, and they just want a computer on their desktop because they're going to pay their bills and browse the web and stuff like that. And that's the all-in-ones are great for that. They're super good for that. Mainly because there's not a lot of wiring. There's nothing to really worry about. Usually they have webcams built into them. If they ever need to do Skype, they could or whatever. Most of them don't even know what it is. And then they usually have the speakers built into them. I run benchmarks usually, um, and I run 1080. Yeah, but I don't know. There's so many different benchmark versions out there. I haven't ran a benchmark in probably a year or two. I don't bother. I use the game itself as a benchmark. I pull the game up, I run it. If it's got lag, then I need something better. All right, guys. Well, after 2 o'clock. Been streaming for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, and I got a chance to show off the star map. I got a chance to show uh, what packages were available, what packages actually included Star Citizen and Squadron 42. You could get a package for Star Citizen and Squadron 42 for only $60. And that's going to include a Aurora or a Mustang. And then you can, if you don't want those two ships, that's perfectly fine. Once you get the package with Star Citizen and Squadron 42 in it, then upgrade the ship. So take your Aurora and upgrade it to a Hornet or something, and you'll just have to pay the difference. But you will have saved probably about $30 to $45 by doing it that way. Wow, nice, John. Yeah, I have been thinking about 32 gigs. Yeah, everybody says, a couple of years ago, everybody was telling me, oh, you don't need more than 8 gigs. I don't know why you got 16. That's that's overdoing it or whatever. But I've been noticing that Star Citizen uses all 16 gigs and more. And my system tells me that I'm using more than 16 gigs. So I've been thinking about getting 32 just to clean everything up. And then I've also been thinking about getting the 1060, which is actually better than my 770, and it's a reasonable price. And then I've been thinking about also getting a better microphone, and um, I'm hoping that some of my viewers can support the channel and help me with that. But if not, that's okay. That's no big deal. I'll eventually get it on my own. But uh, but I know my microphone doesn't sound 100% the best, and if you want to see low lag and good ping and good connections, stuff like that, then help out the channel, and that's what you'll see. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm getting ready to getting ready to go to bed. And I appreciate everybody that's been on the channel, and I like all the conversation we're having. What do we got here? Yeah, yeah. The the 16 gig that I have is 4444, right? Uh, two of the fours are from one company, and two of the fours are from another company. And if I go 32, then I'm probably going to do what? 8, 8, 8, and 8. Well, when I do that, I'm going to have to just I'm gonna rethink my process, and I'm gonna get all the same company. I'm gonna get all the same company, all the same speed. I think they are all currently the same speed, but I'm gonna try to get them all. I'm gonna try to make them all identical, just to help out. Uh, but we've got uh, we've got Corsair at work. I think it's like 16 gigs for $40 on two chips, right? 8 and 8. So it would only cost me like $80, and I'd have 32 gigs, right? All Corsair, all like I think it's 20. No, I think it's 1600. I think it's 1600. Might be 2400. Yeah, John. I agree. But I think I knew that, and I think they're all the same speed. I just don't. They're just not the same manufacturer. Like a couple of them are Kensingtons, and a couple of them I think are Corsairs. And the ones we have at the store are P&Y, and I don't know if I'm going to do that. That's what's holding me back. I don't even know. I probably should check my employee discount. I'll probably get a good price on them. And if they're fast enough and they're good enough price, I should probably buy them. I should probably get them and try them. But the graphics card is really the one thing that I've been holding off on. I'm saving up to get the graphics card, and then I'll upgrade the memory second. So, yeah. G-Skill, yeah. Well, my Kensington ones come with these heat sinks, right? But do I really need them? Probably not. It's like my system runs at like negative. It's like if I put my hand in there, it'd freeze. I don't have a very warm running system. My system is, I don't know, how many fans do I have? Let me count them. Just because I don't use water coolant. I just use fan cooling. But I keep it in a cool spot. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 fans running on the thing. It's like freezing. All right, guys. I wanted to go ahead and log out and let you guys go. And I appreciate you guys coming out and checking out this live stream. I will be on again tomorrow night, but I don't know what the topic will be. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. And you have a great night too. And thanks everybody for coming and checking out the stream. And if you're interested in liking and subscribing to videos of mine, please do. If you want to support the channel, there is a PayPal me you can click on. If you want to hear about or read about our squadron in Star Citizen, go to 1nas.engine.com, and I'll catch you later.